I buy like 23. Won't fall again. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Down with me, down with me, down with me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Won't you down with me, down with me? Hold on. I got a crowd wrapping around the whole town for me. They mama proud, got a thou in the balcony. Nah, 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 I don't hear no clown talking foul on me. Won't shoot me down, send the cavalry. It been a while since I had time for me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Hello. Nice march out with the polo. Like my style, don't ya? Nights like this, I wish I was with ya. On my turf, roll out the Henry Rux. She like when I hit the receiver. Friend hop in, this is a four-seater. Made a yank straight out the wood, I'm Derek Jeter. Major leaguer, no fatigue. We don't get no handout, we don't get no Magarinas. Never gon' throw your back out, tryna work, you need a breather. I need a break. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me? Hold on. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down. Tell me who you talking to. Roll up that Sinatra, fly la mama to the moon. She asked me what's my life path. Told her 55 south to the cat. So many couches I cried. Shout out Zazo, Tree, and shout classic. I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the sucker up, baby. I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the sucker up, baby. Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I whipped the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, can I hit that? Okay, yeah, can I hit that? Cause I ain't like it nothing. Yeah, can I hit that? Okay, yeah, can I hit that? Yeah, Stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah, ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah. Then I hit that.
Today, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers taking on Drew Lock and the Denver Broncos.
From the site of Super Bowl 56, set to be contested this upcoming February, we are at the gorgeous new SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. Alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
For the Chargers.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The former Missouri Tiger Drew Lock will be at quarterback as he leads out the Denver Broncos.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
Melvin Gordon,
the numbers a week ago from Melvin Gordon, 13 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
They've won 2 straight games and have done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Block now to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
The tackle by Derwin James. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 48.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
He's across.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Now Gordon on 1st down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
11 yards there, 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Denver.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He was tackled at the
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their own little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
11 yards there, 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, all right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accurate.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Melvin Gordon. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
Austin Eckler, the ball carrier.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 81 yards, and a touchdown.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
A 2-yard pickup brings up.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Broncos 7, Chargers 0.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. Here's a quick throw out wide to Dorsett. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
lose yardage here, back at the 47th. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team, both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
From the gun on third down, Locke able to get this to go. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And able to push forward. For right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
That keeps the score. Broncos 7.
So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at their 48-yard line.
On second down, here's Herbert. And his throw is incomplete.
Herbert's pass.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And a throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
Results.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Dorsett, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. They'll let this go for the end zone. There's a caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Marquise Goodwin with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Melvin Gordon leading Denver's offense back out. On first down, Locke. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Gets around it. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. That'll bring up 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. And that'll go incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Deep ball for Goodwin. And a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
Intercepted by the Broncos. They'll take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
That's the end.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And this will make it into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The attention shifts back to Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, come on, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, at the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little, kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the 3rd quarter. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the 3rd quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish an inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
That's going to be a 6-yard gain and leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. They needed a yard. They got it. 1st down. A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Herbert has thrown an interception. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith.
Intercepted by the Broncos.
So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick.
Now Locke, he wants the football. It's out.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
On 2nd down now, it's Gordon. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
The Bronco ball carrier.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
3rd down.
Locke working out of the gun. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible, or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They started on the ground with Eckler. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
On 3rd down, Herbert. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 37. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
3rd quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
But he is out of bounds inside the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
It's 2nd and 8.
And they'll get this out quickly to Goodwin. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here is Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive.
Michael Badgley.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver's offense ready to go again. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lock. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Denver.
I think we should put a stopwatch on that one. You talk about having all day to throw the football. able to scan the field, find someone open after a long time. Big time credit to the offensive line for protection. That's what we used to call throwing out of the rocking chair.
Clock now on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Ochena Nwosu make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Locke going to get this into the hands of Gordon. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up a third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the gun, it's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. Locke gonna go on fourth down. And that is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning, and that's going to help in big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here, and if so, they've still got an opportunity.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Once more, here's Eckler. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Herbert. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. One heck of a third down conversion. 33 yards.
First and 10.
So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. Running on first down, Eckler. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. It's Eckler again. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now Drew Lock and the Broncos. Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:40 remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. On first and 10, here's Locke. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
It's now second.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Brings up 4th down.
They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Going underneath for Gordon. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Melvin Gordon.
Counting down at 30 seconds remaining. This is the time and fan. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 18. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Locke looks to throw it again. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Again, it's Locke. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's brought down. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
Get out my way a little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had 2 necks. I got homies that can sleep without